Counterpoint, and I'm here with KT Laine.
Hello.
So, give us a little overview. Who are you?
I'm a musician. I am originally from Alberta, and I've been in Montreal for 3 years now. I'm playing Pop Montreal today with my band, which is a 4-piece, but we have a 5th member coming in to feature on slide guitar, and
Awesome. So, first time playing Pop Montreal?
This is my 3rd time playing Pop.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, is this were you always at this venue, or are you at different ones in the past years?
The last 2 years we were at Petit Ours, formerly Ursa, and we played at this venue before, but this is our first time playing here for Pop. Yeah.
And are there any artists specifically with this group of Pop that you're interested in hearing or working with or something like that?
For sure. I'd say Truth Club, No Joy, Ducks Limited. Our friends Ribbon Skirt, Sasha K, Fireball Kid. Yeah, all the homies. Yeah.
All right, so going back to like when you first started doing music, what made you interested in doing music, and what made you interested in doing it as more of than just like a hobby on the side?
Good question. I feel like I've been writing songs as just like a way to express myself and like process emotions since I was 12. So yeah, I've been making music in that way for a long time, and I just really enjoy playing with other people. So having a band with me feels like I have a full team, and I love to share music.
Is there a specific moment or something that made you like the flip switched and you were like, this is what I want to do more than just like here and there? Or it's just like always?
I think I've always wanted it. Yeah, it's kind of just made sense for me. But yeah, I definitely just had to make it work in a lot of different ways, like financially. But, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Is there any like specific influences you had, like certain artists, sounds, songs?
So many. God. I love like Big Thief and Angel Olsen, Kate LeBon, Jessica Pratt, Margot Guryan, and like broadcast, lots of like really, interesting femme-fronted projects. Yeah.
So you said you moved to Montreal like a few years ago. So what made you switch over to here?
For the music scene, really. Yeah, I was living in Victoria, actually, in BC for 3 years doing my undergrad, and then I wanted to visit Montreal, and so I came for 2 weeks, and I just fell in love with the city, and I don't know, there was just so much happening. The scene really felt like welcoming immediately. I have friends that live here who are musicians, and kind of just felt like everyone took me in under their wing, and it was really special. So I decided to move here in September of 2022, and yeah, been loving it ever since.
Since coming here, has there like been pros and cons, like with something you expected that was like really nice, or something that kind of shocked you?
I feel like just the sheer amount of shows can be both a pro and a con. So it's kind of like choosing between your children when there's like 7 shows happening on a Friday night and you have to decide. But it's also awesome to have so many opportunities to play and to go see really good music, especially during Pop. Pop is really like that.
Yeah. Is there, since getting here, is there a specific spot that like you really love to, not even just like to perform music, but just like to go on like a random day and hang out?
Like venue-wise?
Venue-wise, or just like a cafe, like something that, a spot that like you love to go to?
Probably unsurprisingly, like Casa del Popolo, because they have the bar on one side and the venue on the other. If you go, there's always good music, and you can get yummy drink or a snack, and it's a good atmosphere. Yeah.
Awesome. So, going into some of your songs, one of your biggest songs is Again. Can you talk me through like the process of making that? What did you expect with that song, stuff like that?
I didn't expect much. That was my first record and the first single off my first record, at least with my solo project. I had been in bands before, but this was my baby. And that song was my first baby in that case. So I made that song. I wrote it like years prior, and had been playing it for a while, and then finally had the chance to like record to tape actually, and was kind of excited about just like experimenting with lots of different instrumentation. So that's kind of like that funny organ sound in there. It was just like, let's play. It was fun to just play and record and like get to be creative in that way. It was interesting. We were recording in a little cabin up island and on Vancouver Island, and it was super secluded, so it kind of felt like this funny little like Twin Peaks moment. Super dreary, like November time, and we're making this kind of like, for me this is a positive song. Like it's very like, it's contemplative, but it's we're trying to make this like more upbeat and beautiful record, and it's just like pouring rain on us or whatever. Just carrying gear into the cabin, just drenched. But it's a funny juxtaposition. But it surprised me in a lot of ways that people took to it, and I'm really grateful about that. But I don't know, it just kind of, that one did well. It was cool to see.
Is there a specific, because you said like you were in like a kind of like a sheltered away cabin, is there a specific creative process? Like, is that something you look for when you make music, or it just kind of happened that way?
I liked that worked out that way. I didn't specifically choose it. I think it's a really cool way to make music, where you're kind of like in your own confined space, and you can kind of be tucked away from like the busyness of everything. I liked that about it. There were like horses, and I can't remember, there were some other animals. I think there were sheep really close by you can hear, or like you could hear sometimes, and we'd have to do like another take because you could hear a sheep being really loud. So I kind of loved that. But I would do it again in a cabin somewhere. It's just it's, you got to bring all your own stuff in that case, right? So it can be a little bit I don't know, exhausting.
For sure. So then, most recently in September, you dropped a song called Four Strong Winds. And that one's like a very different vibe. It's more like bouncy and poppy and like kind of older school disco kind of vibes. So what was the reason for that kind of shift in sound? Is that like a thing for the future, or just like a fun little side?
So my friend Amory, hit me up. We played this festival, Sled Island, in Calgary in the spring, and we both happened to be there from Montreal. We actually lived blocks apart, so we had been, chatting about what we were going to do to collab and play at that festival. And so she had me come up and sing. This is actually a cover, Four Strong Winds, just by Ian Tyson, like a kind of famous Albertan musician, or Canadian musician. I think he lived in Alberta at some point. But it's like a folk song. And so she kind of was like, I'm doing this funny pop cover, if you want to come up stage and sing it with me. And I was like, hell yeah. We did this silly little dance. It was really cute. And I was like, damn, I love this. Like, I like having some lighthearted and like silly moments, and that was really special. Like, she's a really sweet friend. So when I came back to the city, she was like, we're recording it, get in here. And then now it's just kind of taken over my Spotify and stuff, which is epic. I'm like, let's go. But the record I am just actually completing is really different than that. So it's funny to have the variety, but I'm always keen for different moods and stuff like that.
So speaking on a record in the future, what other plans do you have going forward? What's kind of the goal with it from here on out?
I aim to release this record, so it'll be my second full length. It'll be 10 songs, and hopefully tour it in the next year or so. I'd be excited to open for some of my favorite acts and kind of branch into like the festival scene a little more. And kind of just play some bigger shows in the city. I think that's kind of the main goal with my band, and then maybe do some solo shows as well, because I really enjoy doing more intimate shows, just me and guitar and pedals and stuff. Yeah.
Is there a specific place you want to go on your tour that like would be a place you would, I don't know, like a dream spot, I suppose?
I kind of think Euro tour is kind of the dream in a way. Escape North America for a minute and get to travel. It's always just like traveling with a purpose is kind of what it feels like. And I would love to go to like Turkey and Greece and kind of just experience different cultures and
for sure
eat delicious food, pet new cats,
Sounds like the dream. And then is there any song of yours that you released that you think is kind of underrated or like didn't, like you thought it would get more attention, something like that?
Let me think. I think that record overall was pretty exciting. There have been a few where people reach out and they're like, this one really touched me, and I'm like, that's awesome. It didn't do as well. Like, say, Full Color is a track that kind of had its own little moment with a few people and just like really cut deep, if you will. And that's when I was like, I think kind of like excited about, and I think it's more of a niche, or I don't know, it has more of like a small following that people are really intimately like connected with, which is cute. I don't know if that answers that question.
No, it does.
Yeah.
That's kind of all I have for you. Thank you for making the time out before your show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Best of luck with the show and everything.
This is my slide player just rolling up. Hi. Sweet. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice
Thanks
to meet
for
you as
doing
well.
this.